Just want to do a quick video on adding a comma after the city in Odoo. So one of the first things when I kind of got into Odoo and started working with it, it just for some reason bugged me not having a comma after the city. So it shows up in the screen, but also if you look at customer previews, so when your customer comes in and sees it from the web, they miss the comma, and also on the printed out report. So something like the invoice, or in this case, just the quote. When we print that out, if you go to print here, print that out, we're going to see that the comma is also missing there. So let's move that over a second here. Let's pull up that. So we'll see the comma is missing here. So let's see how we add that. So, I'll give you guys a hint because it's a lot easier than going into customizations and customizing the report. There's actually a very easy setup kind of change we can do that'll make this easy and make that show up. So we do need to be in developer mode. So we go to settings. We'll scroll down to the bottom of settings and we'll activate the developer mode. Okay, so the developer mode will give us access to a little bit more in the system. We do need to have the easiest way to get there, at least I know, is the contacts module. So you'll need that contacts app installed. It's one of the free apps, so you should be able to add that if you don't have it. Get that and that, open up that, go into this configuration into countries. Now we need to find our country. United States is what we're talking about in this case. We're going to kind of sort it, get it up at the top here. Pull up United States and click edit. Okay, so now we're in the edit. Right down here we can add the comma. So we just want to add it after the S, just right after the S, we want to add the comma. So it gets it in there like that. We click save. So now that change has been made. If we go back to our sales, pull up one of our sales orders, we'll see now the comma is there. Okay, so we see our comma. If we go to the customer preview, we'll also see our comma when the customer comes in and looks from the website, okay, invoice address and shipping address. Back in the edit mode, let's just pull up an invoice this time, so we'll see that that comma is on the invoice. Go to print invoice, open that up, and now we've got the comma in there too. Okay, so we got that comma that shows up. So just adding it in that one little place gets that comma to show up. Okay, so kind of that setup that we did changed it for how the screen displays it and how reports display it. Kind of its default is to look at that setup for doing how it's going to print it, how it's going to format that printing. Now, all that being said, probably why Odoo doesn't do it is if you notice how packages come to you in the mail anymore, they have no commas, no punctuation, and that's actually kind of by design how the USPS and UPS is doing the same thing, no punctuation. They're just completely removing all punctuation, probably just to kind of make it a standard. That's probably why Odoo has it removed. Why you may not want to add it, but I kind of like there. I don't think it hurts anything. But if you get to where you're printing stuff out, using this to generate labels to be able to send the mail, pros and cons of adding that in. So doing the standard USPS shouldn't be there, but to view it and how I like to see it anyway, I like it there. So your choice, but that's how you can do it.